everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you how to make some French wired leaves now. So there's several different methods of doing it, but first you need to decide if you want your leaf to be darker or lighter. So I think we'll make this one lighter. Okay, so you take the wire out of what's going to be the inside part of the leaf. You'll see I'm very dyslexic, so it's kind of hard for me to explain that, so I'll just show it to you. Okay, I've already taken the wire out of this end of the ribbon. And be sure that you use, of course, your old scissors when you're cutting this ribbon, because you'll ruin your good ones. But just start, we're going to make a kind of a half circle shape. Can you see that? We're going to make a half circle shape. And the wire is still in this end, and I've taken the wire out of this, and this will make a light leaf. Okay, so, and it doesn't matter, you don't have to be neat about your stitches, and I'm using white thread so you can see it a little bit better. Just make a running stitch is all you're doing in a half circle shape. Okay, and come right up underneath that wire on the end. Okay. And I use a knot. If you want to back stitch it to start, you can. Now, depending on if you want a bigger leaf, then don't gather it up so much. If you want a smaller leaf with a lot of texture, then gather it up more. Okay, so this is what you have. You just have a half circle, and you have the wire here and no wire there. Okay, and this is how I do it, and I don't know how anybody else does it. But to catch this thread, I just go back right where I stitched, not inside the very same stitch, of course, because that would undo it, but just in between the stitches that I stitched, and just stitch 2 or 3 little stitches backwards, just so you can. Okay, now, so that's what you have. So go ahead now and trim, and this is why you don't want the wire in this end. Go ahead and trim this up a little bit so you don't have such bulk. Just like if you were sewing, you wouldn't want a lot of bulk in your seam. Okay, and then open it up. And there you go. Isn't that easy? And if you wanted to have a darker leaf with a lighter center, then you would do just the opposite. And then kind of finger press it into shape. And you can kind of change the shape of this a little bit. Like if you want it to be pointed, just actually point your wire, and you can, if you want it to go that way, or if you want it to the point to go that way. And then let me show you something else on this kind of leaf. And I haven't seen anybody else do this, but if you want some little texture on your leaf, a little more realistic looking leaf, just take your fingernail and just make a little bend ever so often. Just a little bend. And then when you flatten it out, see how it gives the edge a little bit of shape, a little bit of a realistic indentation along there. Okay, so that's one type of leaf. So I'll put that there. And if you didn't see the other video, I do have this ribbon available for sale. The 15 millimeter is $2.45 a yard. The 25 millimeter is $2.55 a yard, and the 40 millimeter is $3.20 a yard, and 15% off. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do one. This is another type of leaf. This is a real easy leaf. Okay, just fold it like that. Okay. And then just come across here, just right above the edge. And then just pull it and go back through like I showed you on the other leaf. And there you go. You have these are good little filler leaves. Can you see that? Okay. Okay, that's 2 kinds of leaves. So I'll be back and I'll show you how to make a filler flower in a minute. Thank you all.